hit you when you were like, face to face with, juicyj, like right in the moment? Did it take a little bit? Like what's it like to kind of like snap in and out of it, like while you're like recording like an idol of yours?
Dude, honestly, like it hit me literally like when I was shooting it. I was just I honestly didn't even know what to say. I kind of just it just kind of had more of like a solid like feeling for the future for me. It kind of like really gave me some confirmation, the confirmation I needed to really keep pushing, man. And I just like really like am super thankful for Pouya for giving me the opportunity, because he could have given the opportunity to anybody, but the fact that he gave it to me, it was like really, really, really dope, and I can't thank him enough for it, man. On the way there, I was just like honestly freaking out, man, because growing up, I grew up on 3-6 Mafia and juicyj, and like, so it was just really like honestly like heartwarming, because it kind of like I kind of just had like a flash of like where I started to that point in time, and I realized like, wow, this shit is real. Like I'm really like pursuing this shit, Hey, my name's Charles Wheatle, and you're watching Deathless.
What's up, guys? My name is Nikhil. This is Daniel, and you're watching Deathless. Today we have a very special guest. Give it up for Charles Wheatle.
Gang.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. Just chilling, man.
Staying safe, I hope.
So yeah, definitely staying safe, man. I've been really just seeing what I can do. I've been trying to like develop a way to like raise money towards what's going on. So just staying safe during all that.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're both really excited to have you on. For people that don't know, Charles is a videographer, video director. Worked with artists, everyone from Ramirez, Pouya, Famous Dex, Chxpo, It's Okay to Cry, Danny Towers, Wifisfuneral, Snot, Spaceghostpurrp. The list goes on.
Yeah,
Very
man.
talented individual. So why don't you take us through like maybe how you started in videography from the very beginning?
I started off really like I was in high school, and like I have a homie. His name is Theo. He's like my best friend. He actually makes music too, and he just needed a video guy, and like I kind of just did it because I had nothing to do. So I've been kind of doing it since then. Probably like 2012, I would say, is when I like started. So it's been a while.
Did you buy your first camera around that time as well, or did you guys?
Yeah. My homie, like I said, my homie Theo, he actually bought me my first camera. So
He bought you
cool.
your first camera. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Real fam shit.
Yeah, and you were born and raised in Florida?
I was actually born in Queens, New York, and then I moved to Florida as a jit, like probably around 10 years old.
How was it like kind of growing up for the most part in Florida? I mean, obviously your catalog, boasts a lot of the finest of Florida's talent. But what was your experience like in Florida?
My experience growing up in Florida was super cool. I grew up in the suburbs, predominantly. So like, it was always like, I don't know, I grew up around like a lot of different cultures, but in my neighborhood it was like, mostly like a white predominant neighborhood. So, I was able to like really experience culture from both sides. My parents are from Jamaica, and they would still enforce that type of culture in me. But at the same time, I was able to experience, like hanging out with like Spanish people, white people, like Black people, all that. So I had a really good upbringing in Florida, man. I would say very diverse.
Wow, that's really cool. It sounds like a very diverse place. Even like where you said you were born in New York. I mean, diversity is like really important. I just think for like a well-rounded like perspective, but kind of like getting into more of like your work. I think the first video that both of us saw was that you directed was by It's Okay to Cry, and it's called Early Bird.
Oh, Early Bird, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that video was crazy. How did that come about?
Well, like me and Cry have been like homies for a while because I worked on his first like real music video, which was called Murder Me Slowly, and that was like that went viral for him. And since then, like, you know, we continued to like keep in contact. And then he had the idea for Early Bird, and he actually shot that himself, and then he just gave that to me to edit it. So realistically, like, you know, like we kind of just came together and used a lot of our different resources, and like I was able to have help from different people, and he got different people to shoot it, and you know, it was like actually kind of like a production, so it was cool.
Damn, that's crazy. Like having such a collaborative effort going in, like with all the effects, editing, and cinematography as well. I'm sure like it definitely expedited the level of production for that video.
Yeah, you know, Cry's a really creative person himself, so he, you know, had a lot of input on as far as the direction of where things were gonna go with it. You know, I got a lot of like, we both, I feel like, taught each other a lot, and we're able to gain a lot of influence from each other around those times.
Yeah, I noticed for some of the more recent videos that Cry has done, he was the editor for those videos, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's
He's been
pretty
doing his
cool.
own videos. It's cool, man.
Yeah, I love artists that are like able to just like dabble in like all of the artistic promotion that goes into the music that they're making. It's super crazy to me.
Yeah, I think it's important to at least have some sort of like knowledge on, you know, each side of the spectrum of being an artist, and you know, being able to edit your own video or even, you know, have any input on your videos is like a super, I think, important thing in today's, you know, artistry, because everybody's trying to go that independent route. So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy. Like the very first video that I ever saw by It's Okay to Cry was Ego Death back in 2017. Like right,
oh, crazy.
right? I didn't realize that you were the shooter for it at all.
Yeah, I actually flew out to Colorado for that, like not too much longer after we did Murder Me Slowly. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, man, it's a funny story about that video is part of like the shots in Early Bird were shot for Ego Death.
Wow.
Yeah, and we ended up not using those shots. Like Crime had me climb a big ass mountain with him, and dude, I had like my camera, and I was like scared as hell. And we ended up not using those shots, but we used them for Early Bird later on.
That's funny. I feel like that's perfect too, because like the level of synchronicity that you need for like the video and audio is like probably minimal, considering that's like nearly pitch black for you.
Right?
Dude, the lights for that video are so fucking crazy. I was like, damn, I don't see anyone do this shit.
Yeah, it was really crazy, man. Now we actually shot that in his old apartment.
Oh, okay.
Really.
Yeah, not only was that the first video that I saw by It's Okay to Cry, but that also like introduced me to a lot of the artists and rappers that were in that scene at the time. Like I discovered Lil Peep during that time. I discovered Young Goth, Ghostman. So like that video like almost like opened up a bunch of musical doors for me. But like, what is it like playing an essential role in promoting artists such as It's Okay to Cry?
I think it's I mean, sometimes it's kind of I would say it's kind of nerve wracking, but at the same time, I think the difference with me, and I'm not taking anything away from other directors, is I really developed like a strong relationship with these artists, like because I have like a spot called like what I call the Chives Center. That's kind of what I call my brand. And it's kind of like a spot I have in Orlando where I have a lot of artists come through. And that's how I actually met Cry. First time I met him, he flew out from Colorado and stayed at my house. And I have like a studio here, and I'm really able to build with them, like besides just the video side of things, like with music as well. So I think, you know, from playing an essential role in like promoting artists, I've just learned, like I said earlier, it's important to have your hands in other, you know, pots, such as like knowing other skills. And I've really been able to connect with artists that way, and really been able to, I feel like, tap into a different side with the videos with each artist I work with.
Definitely, man. Well, it's crazy that before today, I didn't even know that the Pouya juicyj collab song had a video, and
Oh, really?
guess who directed that one is our boy Charles.
Yeah, I just discovered that as well. Like we're both like huge Pouya fans, and I was just doing a little bit of research on your work on YouTube, and I discovered that there was a video for it, and like him and I were just like completely blown away.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, that's honestly like one of my like biggest accomplishments today. Like I still can't believe I did that. Like when Pouya actually first told me that he wanted to do it, I honestly almost like I was like, oh, like, you know, like he's saying about shit, like it might not happen. I wasn't really counting on it, but
Yeah.
I was just back in my mind like fucking cheering, you know? So I remember like the day came, he told me on a Monday, and then he said, oh yeah, juicyj is gonna be on town on Thursday. We shot in Miami actually, and the day came, and like I was just like, oh, is it actually gonna go down? Like, you know, I didn't see Pouya because at the time I was staying at his crib in Miami, and I didn't see him all day that day. So I'm like, damn, it's actually gonna go down. And he randomly came up to me. He's like, bro, we gotta drive, you know, to I think it was like Fort Myers or something. I have no clue, but it was like maybe like an hour and a half away. And on the way there, I was just like honestly freaking out, man. Because growing up, I grew up on 3-6 Mafia and juicyj, and like, so it was just really like honestly like heartwarming, because it kind of like I kind of just had like a flash of like where I started to that point in time, and I realized like, wow, this shit is real. Like I'm really like pursuing this shit, you know?
Yeah.
Did it like hit you when you were like, you know, face to face with, you know, juicyj, like right in the moment? Did it take a little bit? Like what's it like to kind of like snap in and out of it, like while you're like recording like an idol of yours?
Dude, honestly, like it hit me literally like when I was shooting it. I was just I honestly didn't even know what to say. I kind of just it just kind of had more of like a solid like feeling for the future for me. It kind of like really gave me some confirmation, the confirmation I needed to really keep pushing, man. And I just like really like am super thankful for Pouya for giving me the opportunity, because, you know, he could have given the opportunity to anybody, but the fact that he gave it to me, it was like really, really, really dope. And I can't thank him enough for it, man.
Dang. Yeah. I mean, that even like stresses the idea even more of just like the importance of building relationships with people, and like having like your friends as like your biggest collaborators. So that's like super
Exactly.
cool. You guys are that tight knit, you know?
Definitely, man.
What was the energy like on set for like Pouya, juicyj, and you, like once you guys got the ball rolling?
So it was like juicyj had pulled up to do a show in at a college. So we kind of just pulled up on some like literally like at first we pulled up to his hotel to do it, but he already had dipped to the show. So he's like, yo, just pull up to the show. We'll do it real quick before I go on. So we literally shot that video in like 10 to 15 minutes right before he went on stage.
Wow. So wait, that didn't look like, was it a green room or?
Yeah, it was a green room. It was backstage.
Oh.
It was a show with 21 Savage, actually.
That's epic. Wow. Did you get to go on stage?
No, I wasn't on stage, but I was on like kind of like side stage, like kind of where the crowd is, but not connected to the crowd. It was me, Pouya, and Booby, and their producer, Will Snow.
Dude, that's so epic. Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine the adrenaline going through your body 15 minutes for like a shoot, like with the video like that.
Yeah, bro, because I mean, to be real, I've been doing this shit for a long time, but I still, even the smallest of clients, I still get scared. Not scared, but it's like, damn, like, how am I going to make this work sometimes, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But, especially like in that time frame, like, damn, like I really got to like make shit happen right away.
Exactly.
Or it's not going to happen at all.
Right.
I'm Alive drops on Thursday, which is 2 days from today. Take us behind the scenes of that video. What involved, like how involved were you in like the whole process, and you know how excited you are that it's coming out?
I'm super, super excited for it to drop, man, because it's the style of the video. It's something I've never done before my whole entire career. And, you know, like I had a lot of help from like my boy Dill. He's actually a videographer as well, and he helps me out like from time to time when he can with my videos. And he's actually from Orlando as well. He's part of like my whole like Chives Center thing I have going on. And really, we drove from Orlando to Miami. It took me 4 hours. You know, I pulled up to Pouya's crib, and for the first like 2 days, we didn't shoot anything. We were kind of just hanging out. Like I said, like I like to just vibe before, like, especially with an artist like Pouya, because he's been my homie for a while. I like to vibe before and really, like, you know, get in our element. So honestly, bro, it took us like a while to even decide what we were gonna do, and we honestly shot that video at like 2, 3 in the morning. Like,
Damn.
yeah, like it was just really spontaneous. And the funny thing about that video is that we edited that video. Each shot we did, we dropped it in the program and came back and did another shot. And I've never done that before. It was really different.
So you were like segmenting the filming process?
Exactly.
Okay.
So as soon as we were done shooting the video was already 90% edited.
Wow.
Yeah.
So shoot, edit, shoot.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I'm sure that gave you like a little bit more time to like think of some new revolutionary ideas in the process of doing that.
Yeah, man, it was cool. The thing I like about working with Pouya is he still treats it as if, you know, he's an artist with, you know, no following at all. He's really open to whatever ideas are presented, and, you know, it makes the process really fun.
Yeah, that was actually like my next question is like, what does the collaboration process look like for you and Pouya? I mean, knowing now that you guys are like really close friends, is it just like a game of like spitballing back and forth between the two of you?
Basically, man, I mean, you know, like, I'll kind of say what I have to say about an idea, but he'll really, like, he really has like good foundations of an idea of what he wants, because he's been doing this for so long too. So he really knows his own vibe and what his fans like. So he kind of just gives me that, and I just kind of add my sauce on top of it. You know, like, props to him, but like, really, it's really like, with the video ideas, really, it's mostly him. So I got to give it to him with that.
A lot of like the videos, like specifically with Pouya, like we talked about how you kind of went on tour with him. Like what was like the craziest memory that you have from the last tour that what was the name of it again? I'm blanking on it.
Oh, Liquid Sunshine.
Liquid
Sunshine. Yeah, tell us about that tour.
Dude, that tour was like, it was dope. It actually started in Canada. So that was like super cool, because we did 3 shows in Canada first, and the craziest show must have been the one we did with Suicide Boys in Warcraft School. I think that's how I think you pronounce it Worcester. That's how you pronounce it?
Was it this in Canada?
No idea.
No. This is in Worcester, Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh.
Yeah. It was part of the Grade A tour, Suicide Boys' tour.
Oh,
shit.
Wait, did you go on tour with Suicide Boys as well, or was that only for Pouya's show?
I didn't go on tour with them, but we had a couple dates that collided with theirs on the Liquid Sunshine tour. Like, we were on 3 days of the Grade A tour.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think I actually have something here from the Grade. Yeah, this is from the Grade A tour right here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, it was really cool. I got to meet like a bunch of dope artists there. Like, it was super sick, man.
Wow, so many memories. That's so cool. If you were to, like, you know, maybe give like any advice to up and coming videographers, maybe specifically for like music videos, like what would you say to like the up and coming ones?
I would say to you know, you got to stay 10 toes down, and, you know, you got to always keep in mind what you're doing it for. And I think the best piece of advice I can say, as far as getting, you know, your foot in the door at least a little bit, is to go to shows, to network with artists. Go to start with local shows, and, you know, show some face and build your relationship with, you know, these artists. I would say don't be that videographer that's all up on stage, but, you know, at least be mindful of like how, you know, where you're trying to get at, but also, you know, get what you got to get done, but just with respect. That's all I would say. But definitely show face at shows, because that's how I started, is going to shows and, you know, meeting all these people. So
Good shit. One last question. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, and where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
in the next 5 years, I definitely see myself, you know, like, honestly, I see myself like having some sort of like label of some sort, honestly. that's really like one of the goals I have, is to really start a label, because I know I like I said, the whole artist development thing I've been really like dabbling into lately. And I've been meeting a lot of dope artists, and a lot of like artists actually come to me for a lot of different things besides even videos. So I definitely see myself doing that. And in the next 10 years, I definitely see myself like, you know, probably working with like probably the same people, but on a different scale, like bigger budgets, and, you know, like just still having fun, man. Like honestly, like I wouldn't mind life being like how it is right now. Like I'm super like happy with how things are going. Like obviously I always want to grow, but you know, like I definitely just want to just keep having fun and like meeting people and like doing the show with my friends, man.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it sounds like you have a lot of good stuff going with like, you know, your creative space and everything you're trying to build. I can totally see you building some sort of, you know, conglomerate or like a label in the next 5 to 10 years for sure, if you just keep the same energy and the same joy that you have for like the art that you do, man.
I really appreciate it, man. I really, really appreciate you guys taking the time to talk to me, because, you know, like this doesn't happen a lot. So it's really cool to be able to like, you know, talk about it a little bit. And I think what you guys are doing is really cool too, man. Like, and I'm definitely going to be keeping in contact with y'all and stuff.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to like the development of your portfolio and everything that you got coming out soon, you know? The fact that you're making more music videos in like the midst of everything else going on, like, dude, big kudos. That's sick.
Props, man.
That's hella cool.
It's not easy.
Thank you, man. You know, I'm gonna keep doing my best, man. I appreciate y'all for real.
All right, brother. Looking forward to the new video. Keep it up, man. Stay in touch.
Thanks, boys. Be safe, man.
You too. Peace.
Dude.
All right, later, man.